Hello Virgo, this is a timeless reading for you. I'm using my own cards, my medieval oracle deck. In the middle of your spread we have the Jester, and I already pulled this card in the exact position in the previous reading, though I shuffled properly. But I don't know, he just wants to come up today, it seems. The Jester is being surrounded by the Goblin, the Queen, the Scales, and the Fairy. So the Jester in my deck is coming up in a positive sense in this case. He could be a comedian. He could just represent entertainment, creativity, art even. But the Jester in the Middle Ages was not only a funny clown. Jesters often were very close to the king. They could even, be some advisor to the king. They were politically involved in a certain way as well. So I feel both is possible for you here in your reading. Like either there is something political or something like being a vice president, or just what is the English expression for that? If the king gets sick, that you can represent him. And of course, for some of you, there is just something. It could just be a funny person. It could be you who's there in the middle of your deck. What I'm also getting is that whatever this topic is about for you, there is ease. There is, nothing burdening. Even if some of you are going through an uncomfortable situation, you might take it very easy and stay very clear and focused, while others would be distracted or hurt by certain things. It seems like this person, if this is you or someone around you, this person is staying very calm, looking at it from a distance in a detached way and seeing it as some kind of joke. The Jester is surrounded by the Queen. We have the Queen here. We don't have the King in the previous reading in the exact position. There was the King card. Now we have the Queen card. So probably the Jesters in the Middle Ages weren't only close to the King, but probably also to the Queen. The Queen is some kind of authority. The Queen in this case, I feel very strongly, she could just represent a mother figure. A mother figure or a female boss, someone who is in some kind of authority. And with the Goblin here, the Goblin what is wrong with me today? I can't speak. The Goblin here mainly appears as a negative card in my deck. Doesn't always have to. The Goblin is some kind of replacement for, in other decks, what the Devil card stands for. He comes up in your reading as a negative energy, a negative person, but yet I feel like this person can't harm you. We have a lot of moral standards developed. We have laws established that prevent certain people to act on their evil inner urges. And I feel that this is the situation. Like, there is someone around you like that. Someone who is spiteful, aggressive, who laughs when others experience some kind of damage. This is another kind of laughing than the Jester. The jester is taking things as a joke sometimes as well, not taking everything too seriously. The goblin also doesn't take it too seriously when someone gets hurt, but in a completely different way than what I mean when I talk about the jester. But this person, you might not even, this person might not even be able to properly enter your life, even if they are around you. It could be a colleague. But they don't have the guts to act upon their, whatever nasty stuff they have in mind, because they are afraid of the law. They are afraid of some moral settings. What society would think of them if they were showing their true faces. I feel like this is very cut off from you. This is around you, but it doesn't really harm you. I'm also getting that for some of you, if the jester is not you yourself, the jester and the queen, they could be in some kind of collaboration, approve something that you applied for, or confirm something, approve something that has to do with law, because I was talking about law earlier. We have the scales here. And of course the scales, they can stand for many things. They can stand for, social justice, just balancing something out, for harmony. It could also represent in some cases something financial. But in your case, I want to take the scales very literally. Like for some of you, if there's something law-wise, something legal that you were dealing with, it could be that the jester and the queen are representing two people who will confirm something for you. Something that will bring you relief. We have the fairy here as an outcome or as a realization. I think the fairy also has several meanings. For some of you, this is your own energy. I'm just going to describe when I created the fairy card in a positive way, what she can stand for. Like she is someone who is hard to grasp, mysterious, but not in a negative way. She is very gentle and tender. She has some kind of healing abilities. She's good. She has a kind heart. She's just like a fawn a little bit. She knows a lot of, she could have some spiritual abilities. She could be very intuitive. She has this certain magic around her. On the other hand, if she comes up in a negative way, she could be a little bit irreliable and in a negative way hard to grasp. Hard to hold on to, because she's like shifting between two worlds, and she's like a shapeshifter, and it could be that you can't trust her, probably not because she's bad or has bad intentions, but she's fluctual. It could be that you're learning something like that about yourself. Or that your past self, like when you were very young as a teenager maybe and confused, that something made you run away because you were afraid of it. But now that you're older, you are becoming more grounded and less fluctual, and now you're looking back and something is being balanced out. But it doesn't have to be this case. This is just for some. For others, this is someone around you. This could be your child or your grandchild. It could be, you could be just a legal guardian of this person, even if you are not blood related to this person. It could also in that case be that the jester and the queen, if this person was a little bit jumpy, but they didn't mean anything bad, that something is being balanced out about this case or this situation. It could also be that this person will soon enter your life. Being a third person around you. If none of the cards represent you, it is very open in your reading. You know, in some readings I am getting very strongly that a certain card is representing the person who will watch the reading. But in other readings, it all is very open and I'm being shown a lot of different variations, different stories. So there could be these three people who will just bring in some kind of justice for you. It can be a very big deal, it can be something small, but it feels good, it feels positive. And this goblin card is just quite hidden. You might not even be aware of who this person is. This person doesn't even play a huge role. I mean, for a few of you, it could even be that this person, despite being the goblin, due to our law and due to our moral conditioning that we have in our societies, they will also work in the same. They could all be social workers, supporting a certain group of people or a certain person. And even the goblin could be a part of helping, because that's what they've been conditioned to. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.